Well, hello everyone and welcome to part 6 of this Goodbye F1 2020 Sprint Mode Championship. We're at the halfway point of Season 3, Round 6, and we visit Les Castellets, Circuit Paul Ricard in France. The first time we've been here. I don't think there's anything really to look at. Everything was sort of updated before. Most of this is now Spec 2, as you can see. We'll also have a look at the progress history, see what's happened between Spain and France. We've got a minor upgrade coming onto the car, should be here in the next week or so. The vehicle as well, at the end of the last episode you see we make a change onto units number 2. Can't do it for the gearbox yet, one more race for that, and everything else we're looking okay. As for the standings, if I can get to that screen, we're in 8th place, 0 points. Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams around us as well. We're the best of the drivers yet to score a point as well. In fact, we're outscoring Wang Yongzhou basically based on countbacks. So without further ado, let's head to France. This is a circuit it's okay for me, really. I quite enjoy Sector 3 as long as you can hook it up nicely. Sector 2 is basically just a long straight with a weird chicane in the middle. That chicane right there. And Sector 1 is a bit tricky. But it's an okay circuit for me. I think I've got a setup for this one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have. In fact, I know I have. So yeah, it'd be nice to venture onto a new circuit. Second time this season. We had China in the last episode. Hopefully we can get another positive result here. Don't think it'll be points, pardon me, but certainly hoping for a decent top 15 finish. That's the target anyway at this point. But we are getting closer to the top 7 teams. As I mentioned at the beginning of the season, the top 7 all the way from Mercedes down to Ferrari, who are the 7th best team, were in a league of their own. And then the 4 teams, Simtek, Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams, were a long way back. Our development race, or pace I should say, has been very, very good so far this season, but it is slowly getting to the point where FE3, we can skip to that. It is now slowly getting to the point where our staff have to think about if there's going to be regulations changes for next year's, we might be affected by that. Because after this, there's only 4 races left, so we can't exactly save up thousands and thousands of resource points because we're only doing 1 practice program per weekend. Austria is next after this. We'll do 2 there because it is such a short circuit, so that might help us a little bit. But it's getting to the point now where development might have to either stop or dramatically reduce to enable us to have enough resource points to get everything legalised going into Season 4. That is, of course, if there is any changes. There were in Season 1, 2 departments got affected, easily got it done. Season 2, there was nothing. So this season I'm expecting something. Whether it'll be 1 department, 2, 3 or all 4, I don't know. If it's a durability department, it doesn't really matter too much because we've done nothing over there. But yeah, if it's the powertrain, aerodynamic or chassis department, then we might be in a little bit of trouble. So messages, weather forecast, we know that. Development update, we'll have a look at that as well. High cash balance. Okay, so we're drawing the rivalry. So this is the one we want to look at, the progress history. So Mercedes and Red Bull have now started to slowly pull away, and we've now closed right up to the rest of the field. There's a big gap between ourselves and Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams. So we're now right in the mix. We should be, on paper, now involved in the midfield. So that's going to be interesting. So we're going to FP3. New units on the car. Hopefully it gives us a little bit of a speed advantage, because we're certainly going to need it. And maybe now that we've caught up to that midfield group, we'll start to see ourselves slowly get a little bit more involved. So it's quite cool out there, but it should be dry. Well, I'm hoping it's dry anyway. Now I do have a setup here. I think it's called Where Are Gravel Traps, because what's that, Mexico? Oh yeah, that's the Mexico career. Where Are Gravel Trap? Yes, so this is my France setup. All looks fine, I suppose. We'll do the fuel management one first. Get out there on circuit. Well, we'll do the fuel management one, that'll be it. We're only going to do 1 here. We'll do 2 at Austria. Maybe 2 at Brazil at the end of the season. And this setup is called Where Are Gravel Trap, because there are no gravel traps here. The blue and red lines you see are abrasive, and they help to slow the car down. The blue slows you down a little bit. The reds, which are closer to the barrier, and they're in the faster points of the circuit, slow you down a lot more. It's rare to see a car in the barrier here, which does kill the character of the circuit, really. I like grass and gravel traps. Okay, here we go then. Fuel management. We shit ourselves at the first corner. So good start. Top end speed's good though, so we should hopefully claim all this back by the end of a Mistral straight. And now we've got sector 3, which I do enjoy. Easily done. Happy days. So hopefully we generated enough resource points there. So we're looking at around about 500 per race weekend. We'll have a look at the practice time. So Red Bull and Mercedes slowly moving back towards the front. Alpha Tower is still there and hanging around. Mick Schumacher was in 10th, so that straight away shows good progress from him. And we were in 20th. Yeah, okay. We know that practice times are a bit foobar. But there we go. Mick Schumacher inside the top 10 legit there. So that's good to see. I've got a feeling that Mick's going to continuously outpace us all through these seasons. 481, okay, so just less than 500s, but that's fine. We're up to 507 anyway. Team McLean, we'll come back to that probably in a couple of episodes' time. Probably won't hit level 20 by the end of the season. You can see that we're just inside level 18, and we're already halfway through the season. But we'll keep chipping away. That's what we've got to do. Now the all-important qualifying session. And if you remember the end of the previous episode, I said that my real struggle has been in qualifying. You know, if I could consistently get myself qualifying inside the midfield, we might have a good race and a chance of points here and there. But whilst I consistently seem to be bottling qualifying and qualifying in last place, that is putting me at a bit of a disadvantage when I'm trying to carve my way through basically half the field in 5 laps. And I don't want to be doing that because I'm putting myself under pressure early on, and that's when mistakes are made. So we need to be a bit calm going into qualifying. Remember that I'm in hot lap mode, so braking distances are going to be longer because I seem to continuously brake at the same point that I normally do when I'm not using ERS, and of course that's why I'm running wide and continuously losing time and continuously getting frustrated. So I kind of want to stop doing that if I can. And hopefully now, brand new episode, second half of the 3rd season, hopefully we can put them qualifying problems to bed. Here we go. Okay, not the best start for last. Okay, sector 1's my weakest. Hopefully we can claw it back now into sector 3. 20th, up to 20th. I'm sure we can improve. Going to be 19th at the line then. Okay, disappointing, but at least it's not last. There's small improvements coming in. Needs to be a bit better than 19th though. So Ricciardo takes pole for Renault, Verstappen, Norris, Albon, Perez and Gasly 6th, 7th, Mercedes 8th and 9th, Ferrari 10th and 11th. They're having a shock of the season. Mixing 14th, good to see. We are in 19th. He was almost a 10th away from beating Giovinazzi. Well clear of the Williams guys. So yeah, Mick's definitely the number one driver in this team at the moment. It's okay, doesn't matter. I'm sure it'll come good for us eventually. He says, hoping. Well, with that qualified Hubert, so we take the lead in that particular rivalry. And I think there's only a couple of races left as well, so we need to finish above them as well. Doesn't really matter if we do or don't. The only change is our acclaim, so we'll gain a certain amount of acclaim if we do win the rivalry, and lose that same amount if we lose the rivalry. So, you know, there is advantages and disadvantages to it, but the rivalry thing is it's sort of background stuff that goes on. I don't really care for it too much. It's not really a distraction, I just don't care about it. Got bigger things to worry about in this career mode. So for a good race. It's a dry race, so that's helpful. Hello Zimbardo, hope you're well. So we're just waiting now to get onto the grid. We've got the new units on the car as well. It's Brazil. You're from Brazil, are you? Beautiful country. I'd love to go one day. Okay, here we are on the grid. Straight into it. 5-lap race, starting 19th, 18th now. Hamilton has a penalty. Got to keep it clean if we can. Oh, give up. I don't know what Magnussen was doing there. Okay, well, we made a good start initially. So we can repeat that. Oh, I've been touched. How well controlled is that? We've got to look at the... Tell you what, we've got to look at the replay for that. Look at this madness. So what happened here? We're coming down. In fact, what we'll do, we'll jump on board with... Oh, it was Giovinazzi. Okay, right, so... He's trying to overtake me, kind of off the circuit. Like, he's not on the circuit here. And then I just... Absolutely, where do I go? Okay, so Giovinazzi's tried to overtake me off the circuit. So, champion material from him. He's hit me. I've counter-steered. I've absolutely just drift-kinged my way into turn 1. I mean, look at that. That is awesome. Insert Tokyo Drift music right here. I want to see what that would have been like on board Hamilton. We'll go see what it would be like. What would it have been like? There I go. There I am. I'm going to have a massive accident. No, back onto the circuit. That is absolutely nuts. Okay, we'll carry on. What the Well, this is going well. Okay, well, it's going to be our third restart. And I'd like to get through this with no damage if possible. So I don't want to be sat here all day doing restarts. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Three wide. See you later. To P12. Speak like that in Brazilian. If I could speak Brazilian or Portuguese, because I think that's what you speak in Brazil, or some variation of Portuguese, then I would, but unfortunately I can't. Speak a little bit of German, that's about it. Okay, into lap 3, DRS will now be available. Let's see if we can do anything about the cars in front. What is your country? I am from England. I am English. Well, half English, half German. And I've got that corner all wrong. Good night, dude. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, into the final lap then. Got plenty of ERS. So I think what we're going to have to do here is just defend from Leclerc. From mistake meant in the previous lap that I dropped out of DRS from the cars in front. I'll fight ya. Good battle. Now everyone else is caught up because of our fighting. Well done, Ricardo, for winning the race. We've got a little bit of EOS usage left on the run to the line. It will be a P12, so not bad. I'll take it. 6 positions gained. Driver of the day because of it. Ricardo, Verstappen and Lando Norris on the podium. So there are the full results anyway. We were 12th in the end. Hamilton didn't really improve. In fact, he made 1 position up. 1 position. So we're getting closer to being a bit more competitive. I've got a few questions here to answer. Foot to the floor, power unit can take it. I'll take it, yeah, I was happy. So the rivalry, that's all good. Team acclaim, that's all good. The cash, yep, that's fine. And now we get ready for Austria. This could be a good opportunity for our first points of the season. Mexico and Brazil should also provide an opportunity. But this is the first one. Oh, we need a strong result here. Okay, Belesia and Zanzibar, so we'll manage our sponsors. Try and get some more weekly income in if we can. Yeah, we'll add Zanzibar. And Satellite as well. So now we'll zip along. Customise, get them on the car. Okay, where are we going to chuck them? We'll have Satellite there. We'll chuck Zanzibar there. I think we'll have Zanzibar or Satellite. The Satellite we'll have there. And then Zanzibar we have back up here. Okay, so they're on the car. So we've got 2 sponsor slots left. Hopefully we might get that by the end of the season. The gearbox we can now change out. There we go, no penalty for that. I'm going to save the the resource points at the moment. We've got some activities that we can do. Reaction training for Mick. So we'll advance the time then. We've got the crankshaft coming in, lovely stuff. So that'll be another little upgrade that we've had onto the car. We could probably do another... I was going to say we could possibly do another... Oh, we've overtaken Racing Point by the looks of it with that upgrade. Yeah, we have. And we'll see more of that once we go into Austria. Now, can I do any of these? No. 31. What are these going to cost? Oh, ridiculous money. Ridiculous money. Okay, we won't worry about it. We'll just crack on straight to Austria. And hopefully we can pick up our first points. As long as it's dry. We need it to be dry. Well, it looks like at least that the qualifying in the race is going to be dry and very nice conditions where it is for the race. So that is ideal for us. That's perfect. It's exactly what we want. So we skip forward to FP3. We'll do 2 practice programs in this event, as it is such a short circuit. We'll probably do 2 at Brazil as well. Maybe Mexico, depends how I'm feeling. Probably depends as well, really, on what regulation changes is going to be. We're now at race 7, as I reach for my charger for my controller. There it is. So, yeah, we kind of need to know. Nothing here. Okay. So, the progress history, it's all a bit of a mess there at the top. Nothing from Haas, Alfa Romeo, Williams. We have overtaken Racing Point in terms of upgrades and stuff like that. We're now very close to Alfa Tauri, Ferrari, McLaren and Renault. So we've done well so far this year. We've increased the car by around about 140 points, which is good. Units number 2 are fine. We've now got the new gearbox, or will have the new gearbox now going into FP3. So we'll head straight into that session now and hopefully get things on the go. Okay, we know we have a setup. EOS first. Do the EOS and fuel. That should be easy enough to do. Oh, wasn't concentrating. What is that line? Okay, a bit of a mistake there, clearly, but we'll get out of it. Easily done. Now I did a fuel management one, which is just drive basically. Hopefully we complete both of these, move into qualifying, have a good result there, and a good result in the race. I'm positive. Okay, might need a fuel save a little bit. We're well inside our delta. These will be the 2 corners where we can do it. If not, we can just lift off before the line. We're good. 4.9, improved our lap time. So yeah, not bad at all. Albon was fastest, Bottas, Ricciardo, Gasly. Mick was 14th. Where were we in all this? We were 18th. So slight improvement there. So that's good to see as we go into qualifying. I don't want to be 18th on the grid. I don't know where we'll be. Just need to nail it. Got to get turn 2, the braking zone for turn 2 right. I'm obviously braking a little bit later. The rest of the lap feels okay if I manage to nail it. 661 resource points, so very healthy amount. And the team acclaim continues to creep up slowly but surely. This is all good, this is all positive stuff. Just chipping away. Going through the races. Getting better and better, slowly. Just looking for that magical result somewhere. Okay, let's head into qualifying. Let's hope for the best. Not going to be easy. Field's going to be very close together. Okay, let's send it. We're up there. We are up there. Could be our first top 10. It is, I believe it's P9. Finally, we nail a qualifying lap. Finally, finally, finally. Good chance of points here. Mick was 14th. P9, we was 3.5 tenths away. Bottas took pole with the same time as Verstappen. Look at that. Level on time. And there was only 1,000 that separated Gasly and Kvyat. 287, 288. Mick in 14th. Hamilton down in 16th. Holy tits. And there you go. There is the gap. Once we nail it, and you can see we're now involved in the midfield. On a very, very short circuit like this, there's half a second between, well, the back of the midfield, which is Hamilton. Surprises him down there. And then the Alfa Romeos, the Haas and the Williams. So it's definitely one of those circuits again, like Silverstone as well, we'll see after this, where it really does show you where the teams genuinely are. But that midfield's all upside down, isn't it? You can't really tell who's the favourite or not. Should really look at the standings after this race as well, just see what's going on, because there's probably going to be multiple different winners this season. It's only 10 races, of course. I reckon we could have 5 different winners this season, which is crazy when you think about it. Biggest rival. We'll go for Hubert again. Can't complain at a P9. So the claim comes in. Nice to see. Oh, P9 on the grid. By far our best qualifying of the career so far. Can we turn it into our first points of the season? I feel like George Russell sitting here in the car that is knocking on the door of points. We've already had points before, you know, we've scored 3 in our career mode so far. But we saw Austria that can fall apart. Need a good start. Not nervous, though, I'm confident. That's what you can be going into races like this. You have to be confident. If you're nervous, it gets the better of you. Austria, round 7. Usually it's been round 5, first couple of seasons, usually the final race of the episode. But with China and France coming onto the calendar, it means after they will go to Silverstone, then there'll probably be a long break, like a 2-month break, something like that. And after Silverstone, we'll only have 2 races left. So if we haven't had the email saying that there's going to be changes, then there won't be changes. That'll be too late in the season, really, for it to come into effect. And with a big gap, we could probably do a couple of tasty little upgrades. But right now, we need to worry about this. Oh. What is there for? Why back there? And they're still crashing in the background. I don't care, we made a blind of a start up to P7. They must have damage behind us. I can still hear them making contact behind me. We won't care, we'll run away. Got to run you on the clear. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. And right in the window. I think Leclerc's takeable. Oh, what's going on here? Come on, car, work with me. We're only a second clear of Kvyat. Just about in the DRS range. Kvyat's in our zone. Purple in sector 1, that's always pleasing to see. Fastest lap. Doing well here. Doing enough. Oh, that's it. Start fighting. Oh, a little bit of contact there between them. We're clear of Gasly behind, but can we sneak an extra position here with these two fighting? Probably not running wide like that. I've used up all my ERS. Or allotted ERS for a lap. It doesn't matter, at the final corner, it's our first points of the season, our best result so far with a P8. From 9th on the grid, we did gain a position. Whoa, that went quick, but that was good. That was good. Oh, it should have been me. Oh, it looks like Renault won the race. Don't know if it was Ocon or Ricciardo. We'll have a look in a second. It was Ocon. Ocon won the race. Bottas second. Verstappen in third. Don't know why Norris got driver of the day then. We'll have a look in a second. Excuse me, as I'm choking on air. So Perez is 4th, Albon, Gasly, Leclerc, ourselves in 8th. Kvyat, Norris was 10th after starting in 13th, managed to get past Guan Yuanzhu, who was oh so close to his first point. Further down, Schumacher was 15th, Hamilton was 17th, actually got overtaken by George Russell. 2-second penalty there for Giovinazzi for something, not too sure what. So the standings then, with our first points for season, we don't change, we just pretty much maybe confirm P14. Still a bit worried about Guan Yuanzhu though. One good race from him, and he will see him back in the points. But there we go, 5 points because we claimed the fastest lap in the race as well. Our first fastest lap, I'll take it. So the standings then, we'll have a look. Verstappen leads, actually very comfortably leads. Gasly now back into 2nd. Perez up to 4th. Kvyat and Norris are up there. Both the Renaults are up there. But Verstappen looks odds on for the championship. Hamilton's won it last 2 years. He's down in 11th on 30 points. That is a shocker. Red Bull just ahead of AlphaTauri. Get back to Mercedes, who are just ahead of McLaren. Renault look good in 5th, Ferrari look good in 6th. Renault have overtaken Ferrari actually in this race due to their strong result. Racing Point probably locked into 7th and will definitely, I think, be now locked into P8. Yes, Renault. Did Renault overtake Ferrari? How did Renault manage to jump ahead of Ferrari? Ferrari scored 6 points in that race. Renault scored 25. So I'm not too sure how Renault have managed to jump Ferrari there. But okay. That's a confusing one. Fastest lap for us though. 103.782. Happy days with that. A couple of hundredths ahead of Ocon, who won the race. So it's 5 points. 4 for finishing in 8th. And an extra World Championship point for finishing inside the top 10 with the fastest lap. So, yay. 5 points. So the Raspberry breakdown, that would have gone well. The team acclaim, that would have gone well. The cash, that would have gone well. Yeah, just the typical stuff that we go through. So, yeah, not bad. Gives me a little bit of confidence going into Silverstone. And I know it's a sprint mode, a sprint career mode, with only 10 races, but it does feel a bit weird having Silverstone as the, you know, like, there's only 2 more races after this, so it feels weird having Silverstone, you know, this late in a season. And when I say season, I am using parentheses. So we got some activities, 3 days to do chassis department focus, that's fine. Simulated training for Mick, sponsor event, a driver promotion filming we can do for me, power team building, and a sponsor event. That's the one we'll go for. We'll leave everything as it is for now. because I want to see exactly what we're going to walk into once we get to Silverstone. Are we finding out that there's going to be some changes for the new season or not? Because if not, well, to be honest, at this point, you might as well just save all of our resource points. So we'll go to the race weekend at Silverstone, see if anything is going to happen. I doubt it at this point. It's a bit late in the season. But you never know. You never know. So we haven't had Carl storm into here. Qualifying the race is dry throughout, so that's good. Next year's regulations, here we go. Alex, Mick, this is something you both need to be aware of. I've been hearing whispers around the paddock. From what we can tell, these are mainly going to affect the aerodynamic package, as they want the cars better able to follow each other through the high-speed corners. Until we know for certain, you may want to focus our upgrades on other departments. Okay, so it could just be the aero department that is affected. How will it affect us? Quite badly. Yes. Okay. Interesting. So it could be the aero department. That is a problem. Okay, looking at the upgrades, and we had nothing. Quite a few teams had little ones. Mercedes, Red Bull, Renault, McLaren have. Ferrari have had a little one. Racing Point and AlphaTauri have gone ahead of us. Well, Racing Point have gone ahead of us again. AlphaTauri are always ahead of us, but we are still there. We are still close enough. Little ones from Haas and Alfa Romeo, nothing from Williams, but we don't need to really worry about them guys too much. So just one practice program we're doing this. So we skip to FP3. Now we can enter the session. And we'll either do ERS or fuel management in this because it is the easiest ones to do. Okay. ERS. Because if we do make a little mistake, we've got the ERS that can get us out of trouble. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Where am I going? Come on, focus. Okay, I think I need a little bit of rear wing there. Yep, definitely. Just about done it, but yeah. Okay, so car setup 2.6 should be okay. Let's hope so. Anyway, practice times. There's everyone there. Mick was 13th. We're last, aren't we? Yeah, of course we are. So, what is that? Bang on 500. So, not bad. We'll take it. Team McLean. We might be level 19 by the end of the season. Excuse me. And now we can focus on qualifying. And hopefully we can do a good job. But yeah, I need a little notch on the rear wing there just to give me a little bit of extra balance. Kind of needed it. Otherwise I can see myself spinning like a top, which I don't really want to do. Okay, message pretty irrelevant at this stage. Okay, let's send it. Restart that session, I think. Bit too much send. Oh, what's going on? Come on, we're better than P20 now. Oh, I'm struggling here with the... Fuck me. That's a biggie. I think I just lost it on the curb, possibly. I think so. I think I just dropped it on the curb. Oh yeah, clearly. Whoa, it's a biggie. Okay, not good. It's a DNF. So we're going to have to do this the hard way from the back of the field. Verstappen takes pole, Hamilton, Bottas second and third. Mick Schumacher up to 11th now. So that's good for him. Not good for us though, starting at the back. So we lose the rivalry. Team McLean as normal, that's fine. Excuse me. Oh, hay fever's turning up. Oh, starting at the back for Silverstone. Didn't really want to be doing this. At least it's dry. We can slowly try to pick our way through the back markers at least. Okay, here we go. 21st, Giovinazzi had a penalty, and so did Schumacher. Lights out and away we go at Silverstone. Okay, good start up to P14. Oh, the car doesn't feel great. Maybe the ride height's a bit too low, I'm not too sure. Got a Ferrari and a Mercedes fighting up here, and Jules joined that battle. The car feels crap. I feel like I'm on the verge of crashing at every corner. Oh, I got distracted there by the fact that my ERS was still enabled. Oh! What the fuck? What happened here? Okay, I've got offline. We know that. Trying to come back on the circuit, and George Russell's just driven straight into me. That's all that's happened there. Okay, I know I've made a mistake. I'm fully aware of that, yeah, through the gravel. I'm trying to get back onto the circuit, yeah, yeah. That is just bollocks. I mean, look where you're going, Georgie boy. You had so much time to... watch it in real world speed. Okay, we're going into the average chicane. Off I go. Okay, through the gravel a little bit, come back onto the circuit. He just hasn't deviated. He just hasn't... He's just driven straight into the side of me. Champion stuff, that. That brings an end to our disappointing home race, doesn't it? Oh, Verstappen has won the championship. Well done to Verstappen then. He's won the championship. Hamilton won the first two, I believe. Or Mercedes definitely won the first two. I think it might be Bottas in the second one. I'm not too sure. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, he looks happy. Ugh. So Verstappen, Hamilton was second from third, second on the grid. Norris, Ricciardo, Kvyat. Don't know where Mick Schumacher ended. He ended up in 15th after starting towards the back. Both the Williams guys and then Russell had to pit for front wing damage. So we'll have a look at the standings. 2 races to go. Yeah, he can't be caught. 53 points. So mathematically, Verstappen, yeah, has won the championship. Gasly's still in second place though. Hamilton, strong result for him. Moves him up into 9th of all places. And we stay in 8th, of course. So we should have a big old break now. We will realise, I think, that... Well, we do know that there are changes afoot. Oh, no questions at all weekend. That's a surprise. We know there are changes afoot with potentially the aerodynamic department. So we'll find that out, I think, going into Mexico when Cole comes in and tells us what's what. Should have enough resource points, I think, to get it all done. because obviously we generate weekly resource points as well, and that definitely does help us. I don't know how much we'll need. I reckon around about 5,000 to absolutely guarantee that everything in the aerodynamic department gets redone, and it will be very important for that. So we've got a season break coming up. We've got some weekly resources or activities to do, I think. Second driver press tour. Yep, sure, why not? Sponsor advertisement, that's good. And cruise that. Team event, yeah, that's good. Power department and aerodynamic 10%, so that's okay. Yeah, all we can do is advance now. So no upgrades will be on the car now. Weekly resources 380, that does mean a lot. Sponsor advertisement for the vehicle, we're still level 18. Sponsor event filming. Aerodynamic equipment upgrade, so a little bit more resource points. Weekly resources and running costs. We can now start the season break, which is August to it's 2 months long. Wow. The air filter comes in. That is a little upgrade from Mercedes. We can do the power department focus just to give us 60 extra resource points, but there's nothing else really that we should be doing before the end of the season. Mick's now at an 82 rating. His experience is 42. Pace 83, that's good. What's it like? Sponsor side, Zayneto's going to run out, I think, then before. Okay, that's fine. So we're skipping advances. Power department focus, weekly resources, running costs. And then we've got some more resources and running costs. This should take us, I think, very, very close to 5,000 already. That's good. Yep, I'm happy with that. So we don't know what's going to be done. Going into Mexico, probably be going to be the we've got another upgrade coming from Mercedes, which is quite nice. Future season piston rings. Okay, we haven't got too much to do over there. We've all done 16 of the 23 upgrades, 14 of the 24, 10 of the 23. Nothing, of course, in durability, which we'll probably end up doing eventually once we have nothing else left to do. So we'll go to the race weekend, and whilst this screen loads up, and then I assume Carl will be coming in to have a chat with ourselves and Mick and everyone else to get everything legalised, because it looks like it's going to be at least the aerodynamic department. I'm going to take a very short break and I'll back with you guys in a minute. Oh, here we go. We might as well just listen to see what he's saying. Well, we can't hear what he's saying because obviously I've muted everyone, because I don't need Carl and Jeff chatting to me every 5 seconds whilst I'm trying to talk to you. So, yeah, that's good. Really need to change the hats of the team, because they're not red, white and blue. We are purple, blue and black. Right. So whilst this loads up, I will now take that minute and I will back with you very shortly. Okay, and we are back. Right, so qualifying the race is going to be dry, which is good, being Mexico. Weather forecast, high cash balance, we know all about that. We're saving up for the new season. So, the rivalry, 5-7 if you bear, thanks driver time. Excuse me. Thanks driver time at last time out at Silverstone. Driver details for us, we haven't looked at this too much. This is basically my career in a screen. So, No championships yet or pole positions. No race wins or podiums. 8 points to our name so far. Average finish of 16. Average grid of 19. That is improving. Fastest lap 1. Right. What is... okay. So it is just the aerodynamic department. 14 upgrades need to be redone. Okay, the first thing we need to do is the majors. Get the majors all licked into shape. And then we can worry about the minors. Done. Cool. Okay, we'll start top to bottom. Some cost more than others, which is annoying. Because obviously it goes up every time. Okay, these are going to be too much, aren't they? Yeah, because every time you do an upgrade, normally the next upgrade is a little bit more expensive. So we probably need 1,000 to get these done. We're at 266. So I can say now that we will get all these legalised for season number 4, which is good. And then hopefully we can do a little bit of saving and maybe sneak in. I mean, you've got 2 minor upgrades over here that are going to cost quite a bit actually. We've got a minor over here that we can do. We can't do anything else for the aerodynamic department because even after all these are legalised, we then decide to do another upgrade. We'll get it on the car, then we'll have to spend money to get it redone again, which is pointless. But that's good. That's good with the resource points that we've already got. We've got 2 races left, so that's good. We're looking good there. So nothing in progress. There'll be nothing now until the off-season. As for progress history, well, Mercedes have absolutely pissed off, same as Red Bull, and it's now very close with Racing Point all the way down to, I'd say McLaren, and then you got us and AlphaTauri very close together. Williams are closing up a little bit on Haas and Alfa Romeo. It looks like the bottom 3 teams are going to be fighting it out amongst themselves, but we're still there. We're still in the mix. Units, everything else is fine. So then we'll skip now to FP3 at Mexico. We'll just do 1 practice program. I know we're probably needing the resource points to do as many upgrades as we can. But we will definitely have enough, no matter what happens, to get all 3 of them legalised, because our weekly resources, I think it's 380, something like that. So we'll definitely have time to do it. Now, last season, we went very, very well at Mexico using an Austria setup. Now, granted, our car has changed a lot from last season to this season when it comes to the Mexico races. We've done a lot of upgrades this season. 160, 170 points we've added to our performance chart. So the Austria setup might not work anymore, but what we're going to do is slap it on the car anyway and see if it does actually make a difference or not. So last season we had our best result, which was a P9. That's now obviously been beaten with the P8 and the fastest lap that we claimed at Austria a couple of races ago. So we scroll down here and Mexico Sprint Career Mode, there it is. So we'll do the fuel management one straight away so we can get a base run of how this setup is. We should still be okay. So here we go then, fuel management, which is basically just drive and save fuel. We can do that anyway. Into the stadium section, which used to be a baseball field, but obviously made way for the new part of the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit here in Mexico. But as I say, every time I come here, they really should have kept the old Peralta. Such a cool corner. Okay, so far, good. We're a second within the Delta. Just inside the green, but we know that will get better as the lap goes on. Easily done. And we've gone faster than Albon, which is nice to see. If you're enjoying this stream and you want to see more of this sprint career modes and maybe something as well that we'll do on F1 2021 when it releases in less than 2 weeks, then a like and a subscribe would be appreciated to tell me that you're enjoying the content that I'm doing. I'm a tiny little YouTuber with 30 something subscribers, so I'm not looking to make money from this or anything like that. I just enjoy what I do. Okay, here we go. EOS test now. Might need to use a little bit coming out the final corners just to give us a boost down the main straight, but I'll be surprised if we actually have to use any EOS in this lap. We're quick enough to do it without having to use it. The low wings down the main straight certainly help. Bit bouncy over the curb, but you get through it. Some wild lines through that section. Should do it. We will do it. Happy days. So 2 practice programs done, both in purple. That will give us quite a lot of resource points for the end of season push, which we need to be looking at now. And we can advance now into the one-shot qualifying. Don't know where we finished that practice session, but we looked like we had a bit of pace about us. Mick was 12th, Norris, Ricciardo, Verstappen at the front. Okay, we were 21st, that's fine. We know these things lie to us. 1.3 seconds separates the entire grid. That's a bit nuts considering Williams, Haas and Alfa Romeo are a little bit shite. So I don't know what to expect from qualifying. I just need to keep it clean and smooth really. That is my Achilles heel. So we've got some questions now from Claire. I'm pretty sure her name is Claire. Yeah, we're already working overtime, but most of the hard work's already done. Yep, I'm happy. Sure, why not? Aero package. We'll do that because it might make things a little bit cheaper for us, getting everything upgraded. You keep bigging up a certain department, then morale goes up, so the build time is decreased, the costing is decreased as well. Might make a slight difference to us, but we know now that we got enough resource points, well, pretty much enough resource points. 671 we gained in that one. We might just have enough now to get all 3 of them minor upgrades done. And then we know that everything on the aero department is legalised going into season number 4. None of the other departments were affected, so we won't make a loss in performance. All we can do from now is make a gain. I'm expecting some teams to drop back a little bit. So season 4 could be the season where we really get amongst the big boys. And it's all going to come down to my driving talent if I'm going to take advantage of it or not. Because Mick's doing okay. He hasn't scored a point yet. I'm the only guy so far in this career mode, and we've had Mick from the start, that scored all of Simtek's points, which I think is 8 in total, which is not great when you're coming to the end of season 3. But hopefully things will start to improve. Messages, yeah, sure. R&D and pro... no, we didn't go this one, don't we? Okay, so we've got 937, so if I can get there... Okay, we can get 2 of these done now. And we've got 275 left, and that costs, I don't know how much. It doesn't really matter too much. We know we can get this done. I think maybe before Brazil, or certainly after Brazil. It depends how long there is between Mexico and Brazil. If there's at least a week between the races, we might have the weekly resources come in and we can get this done. It probably means that going into season number 4, we might not even have enough resource points to do one upgrade, but making sure that we don't lose our upgrades is the most important thing. And of course, with only 10 races in this sprint mode championship, it's going to get to the point where we sort of have to I don't know, we might have to take a hit at some point. You know, if at the end of season 4 all of the departments are affected, we're fucked. It's as simple as that. Like, we probably won't even be able to get all the major upgrades done, let alone all the minors. So we'll take a massive loss, but then hopefully so do all the other teams. This is the risk with a sprint mode championship, because you can't generate that much. Of course, the flip side is I could do all the practice programs, but then it's not a sprint mode championship, because every stream will take about 3 times as long, and 2/3 of it is just me pounding round getting unnecessary resource points just to make sure that we're okay. I don't want to be doing that. I just want to get the qualifying and the races on the go. And talking of qualifying, here we come out the final corner. Let's secure ourselves a nice little spot in Mexico. Where am I going? Yeet. Okay, we made some mistakes there. 17th's okay. I think we can do a little bit of work from here. Should have been a bit higher, granted. Where was Mick in all this? 11th, 12th, something like that. 9th! Hey, well done, Mick. Got himself inside the top 10. Mercedes lockout for the first time this season. For a long time, actually. So, all done for them. The 10th for the seniors, 15th. We've had the Haas, Williams out. Oh, George Russell's done a good job getting up into 14th for that dog of an Alfa Romeo. Okay, Mick's in 9th. There might be an opportunity for Mick to score his first points of his career. I think we can still do a good job from 17th. So, you know, we're not out of it yet. We're doing okay. Should have been higher. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to do any upgrades going into next season. We're going to need a little bit of luck, I think. And it's only going to get worse, as I said before, as it goes on. Eventually, at some point, it'll be all departments get buggered. And as long as, you know, if we take a massive drop in performance because of it, I'm fine with that, as long as all the other teams take a massive drop in performance as well. If we end up going into, let's say, at the end of season 4, for example, we've maxed out everything, it's like all departments are getting fucked, and we're like, okay, we can only do a third of it, and we lose so much performance. I'm fine with that, as long as all the other teams lose that much performance as well. If they're all like, yeah, we're fine, we've got everything done, then we're like in the mud, then it's going to be a bit like, well, okay, we're back to square one halfway through this 10-year career mode, which will be a bit demoralising and will probably stop me from playing, to be honest, because if that's the case, it would get the card decently good, and then the regulations screw us over after a couple of years, but everyone else is okay and we're not, and it's be a bit like, well, we're just recycling old material at this point, and that's not what I want to do. So, off to the race, bit overcast, but dry at least, so that's absolutely perfect for us. We've been good with the weather so far in this episode. We've had no rain to contend with, so hopefully that can continue going into the final race at Brazil. I'm excited again for Mexico. Once we get towards the end of the season with Austria, Mexico and Brazil, it's like, this is when we can come good now. This is when we can get some decent results. Going to need a clean first lap though. Turn 1, we can make up some positions. Make some positions up at turn 4 as well. And the little double right-hander before the left-right's in sector 2. So that's where we need to make the position. We're up to 60. Someone has a penalty behind. I don't really care. Okay, bit messy, but we're good, we're through. Mix up there in 9th. I want to get involved as well. Oh, that was cheekiest of dive bombs. Pretty much going to have to abuse all of our EOS down the main straights. Oh, hello, where am I going? What was that line? Yeah, fair enough. We're good through there though, we do put away from the cars behind. Okay, DRS will now be enabled. Gaining, 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 but it's not going to be enough. Comfortable here in P11. I think we can get Sainz. Okay, into that for them. Big Sainz might be coming under a little bit of pressure from Mick. Oh, in deep there. It's going to hurt me. You should be okay. Very deep there. That might have killed it for us to try and get past science. I'm closed up here though. Okay, not as much as I expected. Okay, final lap. Mick doing well, hanging on in 9th. Oh, thought about it. The only opportunity I've got now, oh, which I might have blown, is into the hairpin. Fuck it. Fuck you, science. It's a double points finish for Simtech. P9 and P10. Oh, that was the cheekiest of cheeky dive bombs, but sometimes you've just got to send it for a point, haven't you? We done it. P10. It's another point this season. 2 for Mick as well. Driver of the day for me. Happy faces all around. 3 extra points. Up to 8 now for this season. Yeah, we knew this. Is he going to celebrate like this after every race? Because that's going to get a bit boring. Chances of Max Verstappen winning the title this season in real life? Pretty good at the moment. Hamilton wins, Gasly second, Leclerc in third. Let's have a look at everyone else then, see how they got in the race. Verstappen was fourth with the fastest lap, Ricciardo, Ocon, Albon, Perez, and then Mick Schumacher and ourselves, P9 and P10. Double points finish for Simtech, happy days. Bottas down in 13th. Yeah, George Russell fell back. Norris had a poor race, but he did have a penalty, so he started 21st. Yeah, okay, so the standings then, with just one race to go. Gasly looks like he secured P2, so well done for him. Hamilton back up to 4th, so good late season push in from Mercedes with their development. Has seen Hamilton climb back up the order, but still nearly 100 points behind Verstappen. McLaren's have had a solid season, a level on points, just behind Perez on 69. Ocon and Leclerc rounds out the top 10. We're in 14th on 6 points. Mick now up to 15th on 2 points. Guan Yonju yet to score. Same for both the Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams cars. And 8 points doesn't look too bad now, actually. Progress there. Very much good progress. Oh, how many questions do you want? I don't care at this point. I've done the 2 I needed. But we'll answer them anyway. It changes things around, but I don't really care too much. So, we've got the final race of Season 3 now at Brazil. And the Autodromo... what is it? The Autodromo... What is it? Is it the Autodromo? Oh, are we level 19? That'll be quite good. Are we almost there? Oh, so close. Cash, yep, we answered a couple of questions, that's good. It is known as the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache circuit. That is the real name for Interlagos. Carlos Pache was a Brazilian driver who didn't really achieve that much in Formula 1, but the circuit is named after him. You'd think it may be named after Ayrton Senna or someone like that. But he does have a corner named after him, the Senna S, which is turns 1, 2 and 3, or turns 1 and 2. Yeah, so Brazil, final race of the season. It will always be the final race of the season. It's a great place. Brazil has to be the final race of the season. Fuck Abu Dhabi. Zaneto will manage your sponsors because it's now getting to the point where weekly income is going to be quite popular. So you might be saying goodbye to Zaneto, who's been with us from the start. Indeed it is. And I think we now need to be looking at weekly income. So if we sign with Belezia, that will generate 5, 6, 7, nearly a million from the secondary sponsors. And we can see there we get 777 as a weekly income from that goal bonus as well. So $1.7 million. But where was Zaneto? Their sponsor goal bonus was answer 2 questions, but no. Okay, we're just going to go for money at this point. So we're going to sign with Belezia. There we go. So we can customise the livery now. Get Belezia on the car. Zaneto have pretty much been with us from the start, but it's time to say hello to Belezia, who I'm not too sure what Belezia is. All of these are fake sponsors anyway, but I can probably assume that if it was a real life sponsor, Belezia would be some sort of coffee, Italian coffee brand. There we go. So they're all on the car now. There's the livery for one final time. Very happy with it. It will change up a little bit, I think, in going into Season 4, which you'll see after this race. And so not much we can really do. We've got some activities. Weight training for Mick, of course. Team building, and we need resource points, don't we? Well, that's quite good. Sponsor advertisement for the drivers. Team 400 in a claim. Cash 225 grand. So it definitely gets to level 19. We've got a funded team event away. Aero department focus. Sponsor event promotion. We can only really do one of these. We'll do this one because we've got all money and it brings in a little bit extra resource points. No upgrades I don't think we can do now apart from this final one on the aerodynamic department. So we'll scroll down to this one. It's going to cost 350. Get it on the car. It's all done. We're now fully legalised going into season number 4. That's good, and we might have enough left over to get some more upgrades before the end of the season. So sponsor advertisement. We're now level 19 on the team acclaim, so that's good. Weekly resources and running costs. General durability, another upgrade from Mercedes. A funded team event away, and now we can focus on Brazil. So we have 745 resource points, 32 million in the bank, but we know that Mick is going to cost us probably 7 or 8 million, isn't it? 7 million, so you're looking at 25 million. In terms of the facilities to get this up, yeah, forget about it. We're going to have to save the money. Personnel department, 25 million to get them 2 done, but it's a bit pointless. Marketing, we could do that in the off season. That's 20 million to get up to level 2, but it doesn't really matter too much. So we'll go to the race weekend, and I'm going to take a very short restroom break before the final race of this season. Okay, here we are then at the workstation. Qualifying in race is going to be dry, so that's good to see. We'll skip forward to FP3, where we'll do 2 practice programs in this just to try and generate a bit of extra resource points for ourselves in the off season. Hopefully do a couple of upgrades. We know everything's legalised going into season number 4, so all we can do now is make improvements, and we hope that quite a few teams around us are going to lose improvements because of the FIA regulation saying that the aerodynamic department needs to be completely redone. Now, looking at it, with 2 or 3 races left to go, we've done quite a lot of work in the aerodynamic department. We've managed to get it all done even before the final race, so that's good to see going forward. But as each season goes on, and the more upgrades we do for various departments, it's going to get to a point where probably by like season 4, by race 6 we have to stop what we're doing, and then season 5 by race 5 we have to stop what we're doing, and season 6 by race 4 we have to stop what we're doing, because we don't know what's going to happen going into the end of the season. So we've got some messages, that's all good. We're just about winning the rivalry with Hugh Bear, which I don't really care about. So the R&D tree there, you can see that everything's done on the aerodynamic department, so that's good to see. Nothing in progress. As for the progress history, right, Mercedes and Red Bull are now first and second quite clearly. McLaren and Renault very close together. Racing Point and Ferrari very close behind. So are AlphaTauri and ourselves. Haas have had a big upgrade. They've now pulled away a little bit from Alfa Romeo and Williams. So it is, it's fairly close with the teams around us, which is okay. As for our units, everything is fine and dandy. We know that anyway. So yeah, we'll go into FP3. We'll do 2 practice programs in here. Not too sure how much I'm going to walk away with at the end. The target will be, I think, 600 resource points between myself and Mick. And then by the end of the season as well, hopefully we should pick up a little bit more. Now, I do have a setup for Brazil, which is always handy. Somewhere on here. There it is, Brazil. And we know it's good. So we'll jump straight out and get the fuel management program done. So hopefully we can get 2 of these done in purple. Along this long curving main straight. It's not really a straight. Car bottoming out quite a bit. You can see the sparks behind. So far so good. Bit of oversteer of it, that's fine. Keep it in 4th round here, I think. Short shift to 5th. Was a bit slower than I wanted to, but we're doing okay on the Delta. And on the fuel. Oh, don't use that curb too much, you'll spin. Yeah, we're good. This will be purple. Job done. Okay, ERS management now. That should be easy enough to do as well. We were nearly, I think, 2 seconds inside our Delta there, so that was good to see. Okay, here we go. Might need to use a little bit of ERS here and there, but we should generally be okay. These 2 programs, the fuel management and the ERS management, are usually the easiest ones to do, believe it or not. Give it a nice little boost along the main straight. It's a little bit wild, but we're okay. Yeah, we got this. This is easy, lads. We got this, boys. Champion stuff. 2 practice programs done. Purple in quick succession. Not some amount of resource points said that we should collect it. I could do them all, but as I said before, this is a sprint mode championship. You don't want to see me sitting here doing practice programs over and over again. So where were we in practice compared to everyone else? Mick was 9th. That's good to see. We were probably last. No, we were 20th. Okay, that's fine. That lies. We know the situation with that. Ignored practice times. Okay, 630. Good amount, Nat. Team acclaim. You can see that. That's okay. We're nearly level 20. It'll happen at some point next season, I think, and then we can sign our 5th and final sponsor, our 4th secondary sponsor, hopefully generate a little bit extra money as well. Of course, the running costs will continue to go up as well with the development and the advancement of all of the facilities once they go into Spec 1, 2 or 3, depending on which one we focus on. Don't know what the next one will be. I think that'll just have to be a decision made at the time. Ideally personnel, because we can max out Mick as much as we can. Okay, at the workstation, 1,375. So yeah, not bad so far. Okay, here we go. And I broke myself a little bit into turn 1. I was unsighted there by the AI cars as well through turn 4. So we've got a lot of work to do here. We are finding time now, up to 15th. Back down to 16th, 16th, 15th and 16th, very close together there I think there. But we've got 15th, so I'll take it. Probably could have been better, in fact it should have been better if I actually nailed the lap, made some mistakes there, turn 1, turn 4. But we've got quite a bit back in the second sector, which is good to see. So Verstappen takes pole ahead of Kvyat and Gasly. Scrolling down, Guanyu Zhu's 13th. We're in 15th, Mick in 16th. So it was me and him that were very close together. And everyone else a couple of attempts behind. Magnussen's out qualified us. So wow, the Haas up into 14th there after the little upgrade boost that they've had. Speed then, final race for season, 2 points positions and a fastest lap for us, a points position for Mick Schumacher. Well, if we break down and the team acclaim, we don't need to really worry about that too much right now. And here we go then, the final race of season 3, the final race of part 6. We are blitzing through these. I'll say now, there won't be a stream tomorrow. I've got a flat inspection from the estate agents. It's the first time they've been around in about 6-7 months due to, you know, COVID, basically. So I need to get there. I need a few hours after work to get the place looking as best as it can be. It looks okay at the moment, to be honest with you. There's a bit of cleaning I've got to do in the bathroom and the bedroom. Other than that, everything should be okay. So there won't be a part 7 tomorrow, but there should be one on either Thursday or Friday. And then there'll be a couple more over the weekend because I've got no racing to do on Friday or Saturday, and there's a question mark over Sunday's race. I didn't do this Sunday's race, unfortunately. My sleeping schedule was all messed up, and by the time I finished watching Austrian Grand Prix at about 3:30, I was absolutely exhausted. Set an alarm to wake myself up for 5:30 to get on and stream for the 6 o'clock race, and unfortunately I didn't wake up till about 8 o'clock in the evening. My body was absolutely destroyed, so did miss that race for a reason, but it doesn't matter too much. Here we go then for the final race of season 3 here on the outskirts of Sao Paulo for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And can we steal a point or two here? It's going to be difficult, I think. Such a quick race this, with being such a short lap. Very similar to Austria. Lap time was only about 5 seconds quicker. A good result is what is needed, though. Just a solid result. Okay, fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Not a bad start. Oh, and I've wrecked it. Oh, damn it. Okay. Focus, focus, Alex. Oh, I'm being sandwiched by the Renault guys here. Debris behind, so I don't think we picked up any damage. Oh, I had to take avoiding action there. Okay, we're struggling a little bit between these Renaults. This race goes fast. We're coming into lap 4 now. Final lap. All I can do really is defend from Ricardo behind, because and that was the most wild line I've ever taken in my life through turn 4. All over the show at this point. It's going to be a P11 because we'll save everything we've got for the final main straight. So it's not going to be a point in the final race. But it will be a competitive finish at least. P11. And that brings a close to season number 3. With the team itself scored 8 points. We picked up 6 for ourselves. Driver of the day, 17th to 11th. I'll take that all day long. It'd be nice to get another position. But it is what it is. Slow progress is being made. So well done, Kvyat. He wins the race. Verstappen second. Look like Leclerc in third. We'll look at the results then. For the final race of the season, it was that top 3. Gasly in 4th, Bottas, Perez, Albon in the fastest lap, Sainz, Hamilton, Ocon. We were in 11th place, just held off Ricciardo at the end. Mick Schumacher was in 15th. Penalty or pit stop for Norris for damage. Dropped him towards about just 16 seconds, separating the top 21. As for the standings, Verstappen wins the championship quite comfortably. Gasly was second quite comfortably. Bottas, Kvyat, Perez jumped. Hamilton at the end. Disappointing season from him in the Mercedes. Ricciardo, Norris, Leclerc and Ocon top 10. Then it's Albon, Sainz, Stroll, ourselves in 14th with 6 points. Mick Schumacher in 15th with 2. Everyone else, Guan Yu Zhou in the Racing Point. Both the Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams all failed to score. In the Constructors, Red Bull wins the Constructors' Championship. AlphaTauri in second. That's definitely their best result. Mercedes jumped McLaren at the end to claim third. Renault a distant 5th. Ferrari a disappointing 6th. Racing Point will be looking to do better next season with 7th. We finish in 8th on 8 points. Haas, Alfa Romeo and Williams. All 3 teams still yet to score. So some questions to answer, not that it really matters too much because we've changed our sponsors around. Okay, all done. Now we can go back to the headquarters and have a look around and think what we're going to do going into the new season. Hopefully we can get enough resource points together for a couple of upgrades at least. Does the rivalry breakdown 4-2 against Hubert? I'm pretty confident we are comfortably ahead of him at this point. We are 17-13, and we win the rivalry as well as it's the end of the season, so that does improve my claim. Almost level 14 for me, almost level 13 for Mick. Slowly making our way towards level 20 for the team, which is the highest that you can do. As for cash, none of the bonuses came in. That's fine. We're focusing on weekly payments more than anything, so that's all good. That's all fine by me. Now the exciting part. What are we going to do before the start of season 4? Well, livery change and sign Mick Schumacher is definitely going to be happening. And here we go then. The weekly resources come in. That's fine. We've got quite a few of them actually. We've got some activities that we can do as well. Durability department, that generates some extra resource points. GeForce training for Mick. Power team building, no. Title sponsor venue opening, driver acclaim goes up. Sponsor event for the team, and then a funded team event. No, we don't need to do that too much. So we might as well advance the time. Just thinking now, we don't make any mistakes. We'll do the upgrades before the end of the season, so we can generate the weekly resources and running costs. Same for the facilities. We know that we'll be re-signing Mick Schumacher. I've seen no retirement announcements, so we'll advance the time. The durability department focus comes in. GeForce training for Mick. The weekly resources and running costs. Title sponsor event. Sponsor event fundraiser. Weekly resources and running costs. And now we've got the renegotiation with Mick, which we'll do. Absolutely. Apparently his place is 94. I can't believe that, but we'll go low risk, because every time you go low risk it generates him a bit more extra money that he can spend on perks for himself. So he wants cash. Team looking good. Personnel, yeah. Marketing, yeah. Team acclaim. That might change a little bit going forward. He might next season ask for marketing level 2 or spec 2, so it might be a bit difficult there. But we'll go low risk to easily sign Mick. I'll be surprised if he says no to that. And we've signed him. Happy days. So Mick is part of this project and he'll stay with us. We'll advance the time. We've got a press interview which I don't really care too much about. The weekly resources and running costs come in, and now we've got the end of season. So we're not going to finish the season. What we are going to look at is our facilities and our R&D. But first thing we will do is look at the corporate side of things at the at Mick, see what he's done. So he's spent a bit of money on his development feedback, so that's good. So it might generate some more resource points for him. In fact, it will. So it's good for him to spend that. We're almost level 14. He's almost level 13. There's the stats on the right hand side. So his experience is now 43, racecraft 73, awareness 67, his pace is 84. So that's good to see. As for the driver market, we'll come back to this in the new season. Right, so what do we need to do? We need to look at the facilities straight away. We've got 31 million. So to get this spec free, it's going to cost 22, 34, 47. That's nuts. That is absolutely tits. Now, Mick was worried about the marketing department, wasn't he, last time out? So I think the marketing department should come up. That's going to cost us 20 million. So we do this, increase the acclaim improvement speed of 20% faster. That's fine. And a positive effects on team activities will be slightly increased or significantly increased. So we'll do that now. So the marketing department will come to level 1. The durability department we will lead to the absolute end. Don't think Mick will be too disappointed by that. So 11.74 million is fine. Obviously we get sponsor money I probably should have waited actually. Should I have waited? Because we get the end of season bonus and the sponsor bonus, which will probably be about 18 million. That'll get us up to 29. Yeah, maybe I've done a bit of a boo-boo there, and maybe should have waited to the end of the season. Right, okay. Bit of a cock-up from me, but we can focus on other things over here. So, we've got some money to spend. That's going to cost, I think, if we call it 16.29, we might be able to get all three of these done in one hit. We'll give it a go. So we'll do this one here. I think we might be able to get all three of these done. We can. We've got enough. Look at that, a major and two minor upgrade departments, which is going to shoot us up the order. We won't lose any performance because we've got the aerodynamic department all tickety-boo, 14 out of 24, powertrain 16 out of 23, and chassis we can get 3 done, a major and 2 minor upgrades. So that's good going into the new season. We've got the marketing department coming up to spec 2, so everything's going to be spec 2 apart from the durability department. Got some messages there, higher cash balance, that's fine. We can now finish the season and see all of the details that we've got, and obviously the prize money is going to be very, very important to us. We know we finished 8th in the constructors, so I reckon about 10 million again, unless that has changed. So Team McLean for the end of season, right up very close to level 15, Mix very close to level 14, and the combined acclaim bonus as well gets us very close to level 20. That's good for our final secondary sponsor. 8.47 million and 10 million for prize money from our sponsor and for finishing 8th, which gets us up to 30 million. And then finally the final screen will show us where we finished in the standings. So 6 points for us, 14th in the championship, 2 points for Mick, 15th in the championship. Not bad going. And now what we can do before we kick off with the season is obviously change a few things around, maybe sign of a new engine and a sponsor. We'll probably stay with Mercedes, to be honest. We don't lose any of the powertrain upgrades unless their durability department is a bit low. That is always going to be an issue for us. We'll see how it goes. And obviously change the livery around as well. So we really need to change this a little bit, don't we? Because red, white and blue is a bit crap. So suit, that's what we need to change. The colour scheme is locked, and these pages are always really, really laggy, but it's fine. We can spend time here just working out what we're going to do. Maybe choose a generic one that's black, blue and purple, like this one, which we can change. So we'll do that. Come on, don't be silly. Come on. I don't know why it's so laggy when you go to these pages at the moment. The blue can be a little bit darker. The grey, what the fuck is the grey? I don't know, but the black, red, purple, and then the black can be purple as well. Yep, that would do. Okay, that's fine. The gloves we can change. Oh, what? Oh, did it not save? This is going to piss me off because this page is so laggy, and oh, it didn't save. God damn it. Okay. Equip. Thank you. Look how laggy it is. I don't understand why. Come on, game. Work with me. Why are you like this? Why? Oh, it'd be great to get rid of F1 2020 when all this is done. That'll do. Jesus Christ. Get back out of this screen. Back out of this screen. Back out of it. Look how crap and laggy it is. Okay. Come on, game. It's so frustrating when it's like this. Okay, finally. Jesus tits. Okay, we know we signed Mick Schumacher for a new season. We'll look at the engines. If I can select the engines. Jesus Christ, game. Come on, work with me. Why are you so laggy? Finally, Jesus, right. Oh, wow. Ferrari's a lot better. And there's not a lot of difference in the price. 4.3 million Mercedes. The performance is 97. Durability is 100. And then it's only 300,000 more to switch to Ferrari. Now, if we do that, we lose all of the powertrain upgrades that we've had for Mercedes over the past couple of years. And we'll have to restart with Ferrari. And the problem is that going into next season, to season number 5, not season number 4, Ferrari could end up losing a load of their durability. I think we'll stay with Mercedes, to be honest with you. Okay, the performance is slightly down, but the durability is 100. Ideally, you'd think go with Ferrari, it'd be brilliant, but I'm going to stay with Mercedes. Now, sponsorship. We might change this because I'm thinking goal bonus. That's not happening. Finish 10th or better, we can do that. Easily, we can do that. And it will generate 2.4 million extra. Which isn't a lot, but it could be a difference. As the team achieved 2 points finishes during the season. I'm looking at the weekly income as well. Finish 6th or better. 5 points finishes, 5 podium finishes. It's not happening. 300 constructors points. No way. I mean, that one is still the best one to have, but I'm thinking that one might be slightly better for us. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sign with Equinox, stick with the Mercedes. We're going to confirm the settings. We're now going to go to the livery select, which is another page that is absolutely fantastically laggy. And we're going to go along to our livery here. We're going to edit. There we go. And we're going to change a few things around. So, how bad is this lag? It never used to be like this. Last couple of months it used to be, it's absolutely died. So if we went white over here, now it does get rid of quite a lot of our purple, doesn't it? So I don't really want that. We'll stick with 120. Change colour again, sorry. The blue, the black. What does the black look like if it goes white? I don't know. It's a bit... no. The blue, if that went white. Doesn't look too bad, that, does it? Doesn't look too bad. Yeah. I think we want it. If we went blue up here, though. That looks quite good. I can't work out if I want it to be blue or black, though. That's the problem. I really can't work out. That looks quite nice. But then so does that. But then if we went purple, which would be, if I can get it, this one here. Kind of like a bit of blue in there. Well, does that work nicely? I think that works quite nicely, actually. I think this might be our livery for the new season. Slightly phasing out the purple by the looks of it, but it looks okay. I'm quite happy with that. So that's the one that we'll choose. Sponsor decals we can sort out in the new season. So that is the livery that we'll have. The team badge, yep, we'll keep that as it is. Team colours, we can press that button, wallop, and it changes everything around. And I don't think that looks too bad, actually. I'm quite happy with that. So the calendar, I think we'll keep it the same as what we had this season. Season 1 and Season 2 were slightly different. Season 3 was this one here. So Australia, Bahrain, then a triple header at China, Netherlands and Spain. Big break, and then France, Austria and Britain, and then 2 months off before Mexico and Brazil. So we'll advance now. We'll keep everything the same. So 1-shot qualifying, 5 laps, simulation damage. I'm happy with everything there. And here we go then. So all of the 3 upgrades, 1 major and 2 minor upgrades, have now been done for the chassis department. And here we are then at the beginning of the next season. So activities we can do, we can look at this as everything goes on for the new season. We'll check on the R&D as well to see what progress teams have made, whether they've made losses or gains or stayed in the middle. I'm expecting quite a few teams to make losses. Obviously, we'll make good gains. So this could be the season now where we start consistently fighting for points, which is what we need to do. We've got 30 million in the bank, so we're very close to doing another spec upgrade in the facilities department. Now I could go around and see what drivers have moved and what upgrades have been done to various teams and everything like that, but I don't do that because we do that in the next episode, which is basically the build up for the first Grand Prix. So that brings a conclusion to the end of season 3. The new livery is on the car. I know we've got the car revealed to sort out, but it's a little bit pointless because if we do that and then do that, or if we do that and then click on, I think it'll be the aerodynamic department. There's the livery. There it is. Oh, there it is as well. And if we go to durability, oh, there it is again. So yeah, purple, white and black is going to be the livery for this season. So there we go. That brings an end to part 6, the final part of season 3, if you like, and now part 7 I should say will be the first 5 races of season number 4. It won't happen tomorrow. I've got a few things to do in the morning once I finish work, but either Thursday or Friday morning around about 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning is when I will go live. So if you have enjoyed what you've watched so far and you've dropped in and out of this stream and various other streams that I've done, a like and a subscribe would be very much appreciated. And either Thursday or Friday morning, probably Thursday morning to be honest with you, I want to get this season on the go as quickly as possible. Anywhere between about 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning I'll be going live with the first 5 races of season 4. Very excited I am now because I think we might be in a position to consistently challenge. Of course it all comes down to me being a little bit better. And you can see in the top right there, our team acclaim is now 20. So that means that when you guys do come back for the next episode, we can sign our 5th sponsor, our 4th secondary sponsor and 5th in total, and that will generate more money into the bank for us, which means that we can upgrade our facilities at a slightly quicker rate. So thank you very much for watching this live stream and all the others as well, and I will see you guys in the next couple of days. Thank you very much and take care.